What's up, Reapers? Welcome back to the crypt. I have a bunch of albums that I'm going to show you, most of which were older releases. I have not listened to all of them. As a matter of fact, one came in today. I was going to wait until Wednesday because I have two coming in then, and then I have a third coming in sometime soon. However, I felt that wasn't worth it. Been binging mostly Count Blackroth and YXM all day. I want to give my boy, Classy Metal, Lonnie, a shout out. Not only for figuring out how to pronounce my name, actually saying it a few times on his stream earlier today. Awesome job on that stream, dude. Guys, go check Lonnie out. He is incredibly generous, and honestly, just the one package he sent me was more than enough, which I took that video down. I wasn't happy with how it came out, and I feel bad because that was like the only package he ever sent me, and I don't want to be like, oh yeah, if you send me another package, I'll make a video. I'm not about that. If, he doesn't need to send me something. It was honestly incredibly kind of him to even do that once. So, dude, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being there. Your videos are fucking incredible. Anyway, back on track. First up, we got Hemorrhage with Groom. More gore grind for me to listen to. I say gore grind. I usually use the term death grind because, like, I don't like the term gore grind. I know a lot of people will be like, well, it's technically gore grind because death grind is different. But to me, I'm kind of in the same vein of Strong Count Blackroth, where I don't think it's necessary. Next up, and this was, timing was everything. I got Immolation, Dawn of Possession. Awesome album. These first four, first three, were more, Killbot and Gorgor Tech related. Got me into Immolation, and I finally checked them out, and then I ended up getting tickets for the new Cal Decap tour with Immolation, which is cool because I missed them last year, but I saw Cal Decap last year, so, and it's in the same building, just not the same part of the building. So that's it. This one I bought back when I bought all the other Nile albums. This just took a little bit longer. This is What Should Not Be Unearthed. Holy shit, dude. And I'm gonna say this. If you find it weird that YouTubers are what other YouTubers are, how I figure out like my music taste or whatever, I strongly encourage you guys to really watch their videos and tell me you don't want to listen to those bands that they mention and the songs that they suggest, because those guys always have me going. I would say I told Lonnie this. For Hemorrhage, I would definitely check out Inifletic Blue. I think that's how you say it. And Rectovaginal Fistula. If I remember, I'll put links down in the description for songs. Um, Into Lasting Fire and the title track for Immolation. Nile, Evil to Cast Out Evil is probably my favorite track from there. It's really hard because it's like I try and go for the more like obscure songs, I guess. Next up, this was more of I just love this band. I mean, Killbot did mention it in Mumba's or a couple of live streams, and I know he likes this band. I know Sean Count Blackroth is how I actually got into this band. This is Watain with Sworn to the Dark, second Watain CD that I actually own. Which is disappointing because they're probably one of my favorite black metal bands, if not my favorite black metal band. I mean, I can't even recommend the track because I would be naming off every single song. But definitely the title track and Satan's Hunger and Legions of the Black Light. Oh my god. So good. Next up, we got Bloodbath, The Fathomless Mastery. I'm finally getting into Bloodbath. I used to really only like the song Eaten from Nightmares Made Flesh, and I own that album. But then I saw Count Blackroth's videos, and I would listen to the songs, and then I would forget them, and so I was like, okay, what were the 3 Bloodbath releases that I've seen in, like, videos of his? And it was this one, next one, which I'm going to show in a moment, and then last update was, the Arrow of Satan is Drawn. Great album. I'd probably say this is my favorite just because, like, it doesn't feel like your typical, like, I don't know, there's a certain atmosphere to it, I guess. Third track, Annie. Oh my god, when I heard that, and again, I'm shouting out all these YouTubers because I honestly would not be here without them. Annie is definitely my favorite song from this album just because not only was it like the first Bloodbath song that I heard that wasn't eaten, it was also just like, whoa, what the fuck? Uh, I really hope this makes sense. Next up is one of my favorite metalcore bands, and I'm pissed I missed them. But at the same time, my parents have been out, so I didn't want to force my dad to go because I really don't like going to concerts alone. And I'll talk about that in a different video. This is Unearthed with the March, and this actually includes a DVD. So this has, it's really weird. So this is the DVD, and then slipcase does that, and then here's just the album. I will say that I want to say it My Will Be Done, Crow Killer, uh The March, all fantastic songs, and the DVD is worth it. Next up, I have not listened to these yet. Um, got I got this in the Metalhead box. This is Chaos Echoes with Movements. probably not gonna show up in this lighting. Yeah, I really don't know what to think. This one I'm gonna guess is DSBM just from the that, or it almost makes me want to say it's NS, but I don't want to say it is, just because I feel like that implies that the Metalhead box would support a racist group, and I'm not saying that they haven't worked with like groups that have definitely had those themes or ideologies before. I'm I think they have a few times, but I want to say this is DSBM. Rights of Thy Degringlade. Degringlade. Something like that. With the Blade Philosophical. Again, haven't really listened to it. This one I just unboxed recently. You should have seen it. Dehumanizing Idol Turn Worship with Otaku Slam Anime Aside. Somewhere in this pile of fucking laundry is my fucking shirt. If I can find it. I thought I got it. There it is. Okay. This will be a lot easier to show. I was about to give up on this too, but dehumanizing Edgerton worship. Definitely wearing this to Volvodania, that or Ingested, but probably that one, because that one I can replace easily. Next up, probably my favorite album from this band, and the only one I own, and I'm so disappointed in myself that I didn't own this before, because god damn, it's a good album. This is Catatonia with Viva Emptiness. I really cannot suggest a single track off of this. Like, it is so good. Next up, one of my favorite bands, and again, Sean got me into these guys, and I'm so glad he did. This is Corpi Kalani with Spirit of the Forest. Wooden pints before the morning sun with trees. Pelon Pecco? You looked into my eyes. Pixies Dance. Crow's Ring Spring is definitely my favorite track on here. Next up, I absolutely love this band, and surprisingly, almost all of these came from Amazon except for Dehumanizing, Editor and Worship, and obviously the two Metal Head Box albums. This is Suicidal for Life by Suicidal Tendencies. Wow. This is one of my favorite bands ever, and I actually don't know what year this came out in. So tip for you guys, I would use Amazon if it's like you really can't find the album anywhere else cheaper, or like in a place where it's like, okay, you're gonna get it in a good condition. I'm getting mostly older albums, and this is definitely older. This is older than me, but like my favorite song is No Fucking Problem. I feel like every song on here, yeah, like Don't Give a Fuck, No Fucking Problem, Suicidal Motherfucker, Fucked Up Just Right, uh, it's like, yeah, almost every other song just says fuck in it. But love this band. Favorite, probably one of my top 3 bands, definitely. Next up, I finally got this band. So sad it took me this long to get, because the this is my favorite album from them, and the next one is just Ahab the Giant. Definitely my favorite Ahab album. What is it? Antarctica, the Polymorpheus. You're not gonna be able to see that. Um, yeah, it is such a good song. And then the one from this year, Ahab, the Coral Tombs, another banging album. It took me a while to get this one just because of finances and all that. And then finally, it took me forever to get this, and I did not expect it to come this quickly. This one I actually did not get from Amazon, because it was on there for like $50. I told my dad, if you can find me this for much cheaper, do it. I found it for like $10. This is Dark Fortress with Eldion. Baphomet is my favorite track from this. To explain the YouTuber thing, it's not that I want to say, oh yeah, well, I'm copying these guys. No. These are bands that I found through YouTubers. They've suggested songs, and a lot of them tend to be my favorite songs as well. Mostly because, like, a lot of times I will think, like, I'll have that mindset. Now, of course, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, this is also my favorite song and this is also my favorite band. No, I legitimately listen to these. I know someone, I want to say commented, but definitely there was something said, I think on Instagram, and I blocked the dude. Basically said I'm unsubscribing because you can't have your own opinion. I do have my own opinion. It's called shut the fuck up and understand that not everyone went out and found all these bands on their fucking own. Most of these bands were told, I mean, that's kind of been the whole thing, is like, since metal started, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, did you hear this band? They're called Black Sabbath. and it's like this really dark and evil music. I don't know how to really explain it. And so they'd listen and they'd hear, "What is this?" through the speakers. That doesn't mean, like, Celtic Frost is not my favorite band. They're definitely becoming a favorite band. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that Tom G. Warrior has made some banging albums. I mean, I have. Sorry about. Wow. Okay. Sorry. This was bad. Bad idea. A Celtic Frost Morbid Tales poster. And I made a video on this before, and I don't like to dwell on the past. I really don't. I'm trying to grow as a person. I grow every day. So does everyone else. I enjoy what I like, and sometimes my opinions will change because sometimes I will watch someone else's video and re-listen, or I'll listen and listen and listen, and finally it'll click, and that is perfectly fine. Usually that's what my mood really depends on. Anyway, today I've been watching a lot of Count Blackroth and my exit. That said, if you guys agree with me that these are all awesome albums, drop a like on the video. I will try and link up some of the songs if I remember, but don't no promises. Also, my hair's not greasy. I just showered. I've been feeling a lot better mentally, so reviews will be back. That said, if there's an album you would like to see me review, please drop it in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and as always, keep it grim.